And the state now has millions it wasn't expecting. Where did all the money come from? And how will it be spent? Good evening. It's something we haven't heard in a long time. Good news about New Mexico's economy.
Nearly $90 million worth of good news, according to new estimates from the Legislative Finance Committee. The state suddenly has a huge chunk of change that it didn't expect. Where did it come from? And what should we do with it? Here's News 13's Deanna Saucetta. Deanna?
Well, Dick, preliminary revenue estimates for the budget year 2011, it just ended on June 30th, is $4.25 billion. Now, that represents about a 1.5% more than expected. That really doesn't sound like a lot, but translates to $87 million bucks. The biggest boost is projected to come from all of us spending more. The surplus in the gross receipts tax was nearly $57 million. Oil and natural gas played a role. Gas prices are higher than last year. That could translate to about $10.5 million. And then remember that new tobacco tax that started July 1 of last year? It added another $6.5 million. Corporate income taxes were also way up. Now, these dollars all go into the general fund first, but lawmakers and the governor can decide what to do with it then.
But keep in mind that we cut almost $1 billion out of the budget in the past 3 years. We try to restore, especially the most critical, which is education, Medicaid, and of course public safety.
Well, as you can bet, a lot of groups will have big ideas on what the state should do with the estimated $87 million. This year's budget had $31 million in cuts to public schools. And then last Friday, state workers started paying 1.75% more on their pay into their retirement funds. Back to you.
All right, Deanna, the governor's office expects its own independent revenue numbers to be similar to what the LFC has. Now, the state could decide to save the money or undo some of the cuts, but either way, none of that will happen until the special session in September, or maybe not until the regular legislative session next year.